Shabbat Shalom. Grab a seat and we'll get started. I'm going to start with a few announcements. My name is Barney Tabak. I'm a co-chairman of the membership committee with Danny McLaughlin, who's here. I don't know where, but she's probably hiding from me. Oh, there she is. So, first and foremost, we still have an announcement about our Torah project that is happening here at Congregation Near to Mead. It's not too late to sponsor a book, a special passage, a significant verse, or a weekly portion in the CNT's new Torah. Sponsors will have one last opportunity to inscribe a letter before our Temple Torah dedication celebration on Tu B'Shvat, Sunday, February 5th at noon. After, there will be a dedication ceremony, a Torah parade, and refreshments. Please contact Executive Director Eddie Simon at the office to learn more. And again, that's going to be next Sunday, the 5th. Tonight, there is a Nitty Lounge party that runs through 10 p.m. It includes dinner and games. Tomorrow, CNT celebrates an adult B'nai Mitzvah starting at 10 a.m. for Mindy Bachrach, Ann Brandt, Valerie Catalzoni, Sonia Haggerty, John Henderson, Demetra McGowan, Libby Miller, and Lauren Vogel-Friedman. That's very exciting. If you've never been to that, it's definitely worth the time to get here. Pamela Henderson, Starbucks Cafe Adult Education Learning Series begins again this Sunday, January 29th at 9:30 in CNT's multi-purpose room. This week she'll talk about Tu B'Shvat and stories of Eve and Nehemiah. Classes are free and so is the coffee. RSVP for Mindy's Trivia Tuesday, January 31st at 7 p.m. on our website. And Mindy, I've seen her here tonight, so you get to ask questions. She's sitting in the back. Jewish Family Service Agency, Las Vegas, needs toiletries, blankets, socks, coats for people in need. CNT Sisterhood is collecting items in the CNT lobby through January 31st. Instructor Marab Pamela Henderson will start her Hebrew 2 classes on Wednesday, February 1. She'll be teaching this class at CNT and virtually. Sign up now on the CNT website. CNT Sisterhood is hosting a Tu B'Shvat celebration on Thursday, February 2nd at 6:30 p.m. in the Gary and Lynn Cantor Hall. Go to our website to RSVP by this Sunday, January 29th. Shabbat Shalom.
Good Shabbos again, everyone. Just to reiterate one of the things that Barney said, a week from Sunday, February 5th, is going to be the culmination of a year of writing our brand new Torah, the first brand new Torah in the history of Congregation Ner Tamid. Our youngster here is about 150 years old, so it's been a while. If you want to participate in sponsoring it, there's still time because before the celebration at noon on Sunday, the Sofer is going to be here. And we have about 50 letters left that need to be inscribed by everyone here. So if you're interested in sponsoring something and being a part of our donor wall out there, this is the time. This is the last opportunity to be a part of writing in the Torah. And then we hope everybody, whether you sponsor it or not, will be here at noon on February 5th, because it's going to be great. The Shabbatons will be here. You'll watch the last letter written in the Torah, and then we're going to have a Torah parade and some refreshments. So that's February 5th. I hope everyone marks it on your calendar, a once-in-a-lifetime celebration. All right, let's get started. Here we go.
Hope you're using your Shabbat in the Round service. If not, there's some in the back. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. Down in the valley and over yonder, I want to hear somebody pray. I don't really hear you yet, but that's the whole song. I want to hear somebody pray. Let's try it. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. Down in the valley and over yonder, I want to hear somebody pray. The Jewish choreography for this is down in the valley and over yonder. I didn't make it up, they did. All right, I want to hear somebody sing. I want to hear somebody sing. I want to hear somebody sing. Down in the valley and over yonder, I want to hear somebody sing. Anyone else? What do you want to hear or see or feel? What's in your heart? Anne, laugh. I want to hear somebody laugh. I want to hear somebody laugh. Down in the valley and over yonder, I want to hear somebody laugh. All right, I'm going to look on our live stream. Did anybody put what they want to see or feel? If not, tell me out here, what are you feeling tonight? Peace. All right. I want to see peace in our world. I want to see peace in our world. Down in the valley and over yonder, I want to see peace in our world. All right, one more. Anybody up here? Anybody? No? Smile. All right. Oh, in the back over there, yes. Love. All right, we're going to put those together. I want to see somebody smile because they love. I want to see somebody smile because they love. Down in the valley and over yonder, I want to see somebody smile because they love.
Well, welcome to yet another Shabbat in the Round. You can, pretty obvious we're not in the social hall where we normally are. So we need to create that Shabbat in the Round feeling. The only way to do it is to participate, to sing along, because that's the conceit of this service, is that we've picked melodies that are very catchy, and if you've never heard them before, they're in your booklets, or the refrain repeats again and again in many of the songs. So let's fill this sanctuary with laughter, love, and most of all, with a sense of prayer. What a great service it will be, too, as we honor our Congregant of the Year, Shauna Brody, and the new members who have joined our congregation this past year, and our adult B'nai Mitzvah students who are such a great class and will have their celebration tomorrow. So all the new members, all the B'nai Mitzvah students, everyone, let's sing along. I want to hear everyone sing.
I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. Down in the valley and over yonder, I want to hear somebody pray. How good it is to be together tonight. Hinei ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam all warmed up, we're going to prepare ourselves to bring in the light of Shabbat. We're going to do a little bit of musical chairs here. So if you are part of our adult B'nai Mitzvah class, we want you to come up and help us in lighting the Shabbat candles. We also want to call up our Congregant of the Year, Shauna Brody, to help us light the Shabbat candles. And if that's not you, but you consider yourself a new member of CNT, we'd love for you to rise so we can see who you are, and we're going to call you back up here for the Kiddush and Motzi at the end of the service. All right, welcome to our community. We're so glad that you are here. Thank you. And we are going to call you back up, like I said, for the Kiddush and Motzi, so be ready. Thank you, everyone. We are so glad that you have joined our community and now are part of our CNT family.
Nice to see you.
We call upon the Shabbat angels. There's the angel on our right and the angel on our left. One of them will determine whether this Shabbat will be one of peace and love, and one will determine if we're going to keep the negativity that we brought with us here. So let's sing with a full heart and pray for a Shabbat of peace, a week of peace. Shalom Aleichem Malachei Asharet Malachei Elyon Mimelech Malachei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Boachem L'Shalom Malachei HaShalom Malachei Elyon Mimelech Malchei Amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shalom Aleichem Shalom Aleichem Barchuni l'shalom malachei hashalom malachei elyon Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem.
Tonight is all about belonging, being a part of the community. So we honor Shauna and we celebrate all who joined as new members this year. We celebrate that concept of what does it mean to be a part of a community. What does that look like in Jewish tradition? So it began with a simple call, that moment in time when God called Abraham. And God said, Lech lecha mi'artzecha mi'moladecha. Please, Abraham, go forth on this journey to a place that I will show you. Leave all that you know that is familiar and transform yourself as the father of a great nation. I will show you the way. A simple statement, Lech lecha, go forth, but one that would change the course of world history as a new religion was formed. A religion that was able to take the message of the divine and turn it into something unique, from idol worship to an unknowable, invisible, omnipotent God, one God, monotheism. That concept would inspire over 2 billion people today. We may be a small people of only 14, maybe 15 million people, but the belief in one God has touched the lives of billions. We continue to make a huge difference in so many ways of technology and science and the arts, and we point to all those people who belong to the Jewish community. But it all began with the simple word when Abraham said, Hineni, here I am. So the first part of community is to recognize that you are indeed part of that community. And with a sense of joy and pride, you say, Hineni, Hinenu, here I am, here we are.
We rise for the Baruch Hu. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Do what they do. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei Please be seated. So I'm going to say some words, and then you're going to sing them back to me. Our Sheer Heart singers are going to kind of show us how it's done. You'll get the hang of it. And you shall love Adonai with all your soul and all your might. Teach these words day and night to all your children, for it's their right. And wear them proudly as a sign upon your hand, and as a crown above your eyes. And you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates throughout all time. Now you know how to do it. Let's do it. And you shall love Adonai with all your soul and all your might. And teach these words day and night to all your children, for it's their right. And wear them proudly as a sign upon your hand, and as a crown above your eyes. And you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates throughout all time. Right now, it's hard just to be. These are complicated, uncertain times. Unsure, we have paused at the threshold of this doorway, scared to step forward into something bigger than ourselves. Like the Israelites at the shores of the sea, may we be brave enough to step into the water so that we might emerge on the other side, stronger and more whole. Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed. Adonai shall reign forever and ever. Let this be our blessing. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? Ya la la la, ya la 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 la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai?
It took a while for Hebrews to become Israelites, to become Jews. Our belief of one God was a challenging one. Even the Israelites who were rescued from slavery brought with them polytheism. Who is like you, Adonai, among the gods that are worshipped? Adonai was the top of this spiritual pyramid, but there were lesser gods at first. It would take a long time for Judaism to be purely monotheistic. And in the Bible, there are many chapters where we are shown to be tempted again and again to deviate to idol worship. Belonging is understanding that not all ideas and actions and rituals are uniformly embraced by the community. Reformed Judaism especially recognizes the plurality of ideas and practice, and yet belonging implies the commitment to learn and understand and to grow together spiritually. Belonging to a congregation, a community, it understands that though we are not all alike, we are committed to the concept that we are stronger together, more committed together, more supportive of each other when we act together, pray together, eat together, sing together, and simply enjoy being together.
One of my very favorite Jewish composers is Erev Cantor Becky Mann. She wrote this Hashkivenu that we sing on Shabbat in the round. And as a special gift to our new Torah, what better way to welcome it than opening the Ark to a brand new composition. So Becky and I went to the drawing board, and together, in the world of virtual things, we created a brand new Ein Kamocha for opening the Ark that you'll hear on February 5th, special for the presentation of our new Torah. And to remind you of what her music sounds like, something like this Hashkivenu, that reminds us that we will have shelter and peace as we lie down tonight. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamidenu shomereinu l'chaim l'chaim Ufrosa We turn to our Amidah prayers. We normally begin this part of our service with the words Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise or your glory. But on Shabbat in the round, we say, Adonai, love me. Adonai, heal me. Adonai, protect me. Whatever it is that's in your heart at this moment, you can ask God. You can ask the Holy One, your Creator. However you see God, this is your opportunity to ask. Be honest, be open with your whole heart. So if those words are coming to you, you can put them out there for us to sing along together, or you can hold them in your heart. Adonai, love me, Adonai, love me, Adonai, love me, please love me, Adonai. Adonai, guide me, Adonai, guide me, Adonai, guide me, please guide me, Adonai. All right, I look to you. What are we asking God for tonight? Prepare me. Adonai, prepare me, Adonai, prepare me, Adonai, prepare me, please prepare me, Adonai. Anyone else? Yeah? Show kindness. Adonai, show me kindness. Adonai, show me kindness. Adonai, show me kindness. Please show me kindness, Adonai. Anyone else? Yes. Go ahead. Protect me. Adonai, protect me, Adonai, protect me, Adonai, protect me, please protect me, Adonai. Big shout out to our bat mitzvah Mindy on the live stream. She says, Adonai, heal me. Adonai, heal me, Adonai. Heal me, Adonai. Heal me, please heal me, Adonai. All right, here's your last chance. Throw them out there. Strength. Adonai, give me strength. Adonai, give me strength. Adonai, give me strength. Please give me strength, Adonai. Holding all of that in your heart, we rise for our silent Amidah prayers. You can use the words in your siddur, or you can use the words within your heart. And when you've completed your prayers, please be seated. Adonai, love me, Adonai, love me, Adonai, love me, please love me, Adonai. If you're watching us in the live stream, please submit names of people you are thinking of tonight for healing prayers, for our Misha Berach prayers, both on our Facebook and YouTube pages at this time.
So we take a few moments for a Misha Berach prayer to think of those in our circle of friends and family who are in need of our prayers. And to those who are caregivers who give of themselves tirelessly to ensure that the people that they care about are ministered in a loving and compassionate way. We think too of those who struggle with matters of the heart and mind, addiction too, that God gives them courage and strength to find healing and hope. So first we think of those whose names were submitted to the office: Irit Bat Yehudit, Karen Krebs, Nadine Ostro, Marilyn Goldstein, Anthony Syons, Donna Zale. If you'd like to say the name of someone special in your own circle, please simply stand and say their name as my eyes meet yours. Simply say the names.
Maharis family: Marilyn Goldstein, Jose Mendoza Gallo, Beth Goldman. Kirk Plotkin, Angela Thompson.
So we're gently reintroducing the Misha Berach. If you feel comfortable, please stand and sway with your neighbor as we join together in our prayer of hope and healing. Well, good Shabbos again, everyone. So this is that special segment of the service where we get to honor and all of our new members. Before I do that, if anyone here is a past honoree as Congregant of the Year, would you please rise? We honor you. Thank you. Thank you for your dedication in years past, and I think for all of you for your continued dedication and commitment to the temple. So we do our little clapping waving. Thank you, past honorees. So Shauna, you have big shoes to follow there, and you fill them very well because you've done so much. So before I talk a little bit about Shauna, I'm going to I just love to tell this little story. I think I've told it every year, so why not make it a tradition? It's about the man who is shipwrecked on an island, right? You guys can fill it in because I've told it before. And it takes many, many years until he's rescued. And finally he's rescued, and the captain of the ship says, "Come on board, we're going to go back to civilization." He says, wait a minute. Before we go, I want to show you what I built over the years. And he goes and he says, "This is my Jewish neighborhood. I built a Jewish deli. I built a federation, a Jewish family services over there, a kosher butcher. All of this, I've been really busy. And over there are the 2 synagogues." And the captain says, "You built 2 synagogues and you're only one person?" He says, "Yeah, the one on the right I go to and I pray every day, and the one on the left I wouldn't go to if you paid me." I don't know why I like saying that joke, but I always get a chuckle. So it just seems to be that way, isn't it? We got to have at least 2 synagogues. One we go to religiously, and the other one we just a little.
We just lost 6 viewers from you telling that story.
Oh God. We lost 6? Well, last year it was 7, so it's an improvement. Well, one of the little subtexts of that humor is that it wasn't a community without a synagogue. We can have all those other things, and they make up part of our Jewish world and our universe. But it's often been said that it is in the synagogue where Jews are born and created. And the rest of the Jewish community borrows them and uses them in special ways to do tikkun olam work throughout the world. And so for those of you who have made that commitment to join Congregation Ner Tamid, we celebrate you as well, and we thank you for being a part of our community. When this idea of Congregant of the Year began in 1988, when I first came, the idea was that we would choose one special congregant who really represented the ideals of our community, what it meant to give back in a totally selfless way. They couldn't be president of the temple, that's an honor of itself. They couldn't be a current member of the board because that's the expectation of being on the board. It had to be like, well, a Jew in the pew who said, "You know what? This is my congregation and I want to make a difference." So Shauna is a person who has found a way time and time again. And to prove my point, usually our service brochure is about this big. But for Shauna, her bio was so big that we went to the extra large size. And as I looked through it, I had forgotten some of the things that you had done over the years. So take a look and read all those wonderful things. From being a part of so many activities, it's almost always that Shauna became the leader ensuring that those programs would happen. Whether it was Family Promise, our program for the homeless, when we needed the security grants, Shauna used her grant writing ability and she got 2 grants totaling $150,000 of security improvements through the government for our congregation. The fact that we have, a lot of the things that aren't necessarily visible to the naked eye, but are part of what keeps us secure, and that's because of Shauna. And most recently, of course, it is our Shabbat morning minyan, which takes many hours each week to rally this group to come, whether they're studying in person or virtually, to understand what is important to Shauna, which is the study and continued study of Torah. So Shauna, thank you for all that you have done. Thank you for all that you continue to do. And we're just incredibly in awe of all the special things. So don't take this rabbi's word for it. We have yet another rabbi as well. So take a look at the screen right there. So you have dueling rabbis right here singing Shauna's praise. And while this is playing, we'll have Barney and Danny come up. No, it's not on Hulu, not on Netflix. Nope, not HBO Max. It's another choice. Here we go.
Everyone, my name is Cookie Olsheim, and I am the senior rabbi of Temple Emmanuel of Tempe, Arizona. I was a member of Congregation Near to Me starting in the year 2000 when I met Shauna Parker Brody. She welcomed me in with open arms into this wonderful study group that was forming to study Torah every week, every Shabbat morning. And from then on, she has been an incredible support during my 4 years as the rabbinic intern at Congregation Near to Me, my visits back as a scholar in residence, and then my year during COVID as resident rabbinic scholar. But more important, she's been a great friend, I think, to everyone. She goes over and above, helping people whenever she can, helping those in need, find resources with her expertise in social work. She teaches, she facilitates Torah study. She does all the behind the scenes work for Torah study and services, making sure that they happen online and in person at Near to Me. But she's also become my colleague at Temple Emmanuel of Tempe because she is my back-end Zoom moderator on Friday nights. Tonight, she is not with me at Temple Emmanuel, as she is with you, being honored as Congregant of the Year. And I could not be in Las Vegas, in Henderson this evening, because I'm leading worship without her guidance and help. But I wanted to send this greeting. I wanted to say Mazel Tov to Shauna. You have lifted me up personally in so many ways, and I know you lift so many others up. May you go from strength to strength. And hi, everybody at Near to Me. Love you and miss you. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Rabbi Cookie. Yay. All right. Now, the chair of our membership committee, who have done a bang-up job. I don't know the exact number. Maybe Barney and Danny do. But we have had nearly 50 new families this year. It's been a banner year. They have done an amazing job. So, Shauna, why don't you go ahead and make your way kind of towards Barney and Danny as they present your official Congregant of the Year awards.
Hi, everyone. Tonight, we are honoring Shauna Brody. If you don't know already, she is the glue that holds the Torah study group together. Prior to leading the Torah study, she had many roles at TNT. We are proud to recognize Shauna as this year's Congregant of the Year. She is a true leader of our community.
Shauna, I thought we had lunch together, and I learned a lot about you that I had no idea, which is the whole idea of having lunch together. But I was caught up with some of the quotes later that I got from many of your friends, and I thought I'd share those real quick with you. The rabbi said, Shauna has been the Torah studies glue for many, many years. Your friend Jeff Wayne said, she has always dispatched minion leadership with diligence. Paul Schiffman said, sometimes I wonder how she has the time to do all the things she does and still keep up with the various other study groups and work as well. She is a well-deserving recipient of this award. And finally, you quoted one of my favorite people, Harry Truman, when you said, it's amazing what you can accomplish if you don't care who gets the credit.
Yep.
It's true volunteerism. And I'm very honored to give you this award tonight.
Thank you. So we wanted to present this award. This is what it looks like. It has your name. And thank you. Oh, you want me to read it? Congregation Near to Me, Distinguished Congregant of the Year, 2022, Shauna Brody. The world sustained by three things: Torah, worship, and loving deeds.
And then these are some lovely flowers for you as well.
She's a baddie too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. I'm just so amazed and so impressed and so grateful. Thank you. So, I was warned that I could say a few words, so I thought I would jot some things down. Sorry about that. As a guide. So I get asked a lot, why do you volunteer? And it's in a curious sort of way, not a start a polite conversation sort of way. And early on when I first started getting those questions, I was like, I don't know, doesn't everybody volunteer? Isn't that what we're supposed to do if we want a safe and great community to live in? But apparently not everybody volunteers, I've learned over the years. Except for once you do start volunteering, people talk about it. It's really very rewarding and very wonderful. So I have thought about it, and over the years I've figured out some of the reasons that motivate me to volunteer. Sometimes if I see something going on in the world that makes me just shout in my head, this is wrong, I can't believe this is happening, then I'm compelled to do something about it. And I think that's very important. There's a quote, I love quotes. Eldridge Cleaver said, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. And I believe that. So I always have to try and be part of the solution wherever possible. Also in college, Elie Wiesel came to my college and lectured. And one thing that he said was, if we don't speak out against an injustice, we are accomplices. And so that has made an indelible print on me. I can't be an accomplice to some injustice. Just imagine how the world would be different if more people spoke up in 1930 Germany as they saw those injustices. So sometimes I'm compelled to volunteer and I just can't help myself. But other times I volunteer because it's an organization that I know and is wonderful in the community and I want to support it. And, I can make the time and I'll probably learn something from it. So when my son was in elementary school, I volunteered every other Friday in his class from kindergarten to 5th grade. And it was the best experience. All parents, I totally suggest you do that at least a few times in the classroom. I learned so much about my son and about how he learns and about how I learned about how I interact with him. And we spent wonderful time together. It's things that I couldn't do, time I couldn't spend otherwise with him. And it allowed the teacher to focus in on teaching while I, dealt with the problem kids or made the Xerox copies. And so, his education improved because of it. So that was a little selfish reasoning because I wanted to spend time with my son, but I also wanted to make sure he got a good education. I've recently signed up to volunteer at Springs Preserve because I love that place. And it'll be a lot of fun, and I'm hoping to learn how to not kill plants. But the truth is, I'm motivated to volunteer at CNT for very selfish reasons. I coordinate the Torah study program, on Saturday mornings because I love to study Torah. For years, Harrison Sheld coordinated it, and I just participated with no obligations, and it was wonderful. And then he decided he wanted to step back, and somebody suggested I could take it up. And I looked around the table, and nobody else was raising their hand. So I knew I could make the time. I knew it was very important to me because I loved Torah study. I loved the routine of coming in every Saturday morning with this eclectic, interesting group of people who have interesting life experiences, interesting perspectives on the Torah, interesting perspectives on, the news of the day, and it's just been a lot of fun. So I currently help with planning our Gen events. Those are the social events for pretty much empty nesters mostly. And I did that because, I started attending things because my social life is shrinking. I had a kid, which made my time limited a little bit. And then I've changed careers, so I don't have colleagues the same that, to hang out with and go to a movie with every so often. So I was really relying on the RGen events. And sometimes they would lag and there wouldn't be an event for a while. And I noticed that because I needed it. So one day I suggested an event or two. Next thing I know, I'm at the committee meetings and planning things. But you know what? That's it. We have so much fun at planning the events, and it's mostly to other, fantastically great women who are fun and interesting and, committed to Ne'er to Meet as well. So I have a lot of fun just planning the events and then showing up, and I get to go to places that I otherwise wouldn't go alone. So when I participated in the Family Connect meetings, which is the parent committee for the religious school, it was because I wanted to make sure that my son got a lot of good education at the religious school. I didn't want him to be one of those TV, things where on TV you see people say, all we ever did in religious school was color, holiday pictures. So I attended the parent meetings to make sure that the rabbi and cantor were involved, to know what the curriculum was. And then when that leadership position needed to be filled and nobody else around the table was raising their hand, I decided to coordinate it as well. Because it's very important for parents to be involved, and that we as a community give these teachers the support that they need. Let them teach and let us cut the construction paper for the craft events. And bonus, I met a lot of other parents and got to share all those parenting tips and tricks and stories, a rite of passage I otherwise didn't have because I was so much older than the parents of my child's cohort. So try as I may, I just couldn't connect with these 20-year-olds when I was 40. So when I coordinated the Family Promise Host Weeks, that's the program where we house homeless families here at the synagogue and we feed them, and for a week at a time, a couple of times a year. Again, I started off just as a participant. My son and I would bring a dinner and stay the night. He loved it. So much fun. We weren't sleeping at home, and I loved it because we weren't camping either. I was sleeping on a bed. So I enjoyed that so much. And again, when it came time that a new coordinator was needed, I stepped up and volunteered because Ne'er to Me's participation in Family Promise was very important to me. Like I said, my son and I enjoyed it. It was great time together. I wanted him to learn hospitality. Of course, we invite people to my home, but those are friends. He needed to learn hospitality towards strangers and how to interact with strangers. And I want that for everybody who's an Ne'er to Me member. But also I wanted the greater community to know that Ne'er to Me is a Jewish community that cares and is involved, and that's very important to me. So I also must admit that sometimes I volunteer because I love and admire Rabbi and Cantor and Roberta so much, and so many other people in the leadership of our community. So if they want something done and I have the time and the talent and can do it, I'll do it. I'm game because I want to please them because they're great people. But I can go on and confess all my selfish reasons for contributing to the community. But basically, it winds down to this. I need a Jewish community. I need a place to go to interact with people who have similar interests as me. I need people to celebrate the holidays with. I need people who understand what it's like to be Jewish in this community. From the big things like celebrating holidays or talking about anti-Semitism to the little things like sharing jokes and getting it because, we know a little bit of Yiddish or we know the existential neurotic personalities that we can be. And so those are fun. So I guess what I'm trying to say is we get out of Ne'er to Mead or any community that we're in what we put into it. So I believe, I want something, I'm going to put in my time and effort into it and try and get other people to do it too. So whatever that thing is that you are looking for in a community, friendship, Shabbat dinners, Jewish experiences, help raising a Jewish child, Torah study, watching Israeli movies, that's a lot of fun too.
You can do it here at Nair to Mead. It's, just give your time and talent or money to pay for somebody else's time and talent. And, and we can do it. We can do it together. We can all enjoy it. And I hope that, happens. So in short, Congregation Nair to Mead is a special place to belong, I believe. I encourage everybody to be more involved and to explore your Jewish identity here and to fully participate. And remember, you get out of Nair to Mead what you put into it. So if you want to get involved but just don't know how, call me. I've been a member long enough, I could point you in the right direction to somebody who you can get some stuff done with. I want to wrap up by thanking Rabbi and Cantor, and especially Roberta and Beth Bowman before her, for helping me to get so involved and letting me get so involved. And that's another reason to volunteer I can think of. If you see Cantor or Rabbi doing something that you could also be doing for them, do it. Free them up. They can do other more creative things and make the community even better for us. And you participate and you can help out. Anyways, thank you to everyone who thought I deserved to be singled out. I usually shy away from this kind of spotlight, but I must admit it's been very gratifying to hear from so many people how they agree that I deserve this honor. I'm very honored to be recognized among all the other congregants worthy of this honor, and I appreciate everybody who stood up, who's been an honoree before. I'm in really good company. Thank you. And please join us for anything that interests you. And particularly tomorrow morning at 8:45, we're meeting for Torah study. We're in person this week as well as on Zoom. We'll be meeting in the boardroom, which is in the administrative part of the building, 8:45. And if you can't make it here, you can join us on Zoom. There's a link in the Nair to Mead e-blast. Thank you.
Yay. So we ask all of our new members to stand up. You would. We want to celebrate you. We want to celebrate Shauna. And as a community, we join together with Cantor and myself in singing Shechianu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh lazman hazeh
Mazal tov. So if you are currently standing up, after services conclude, make your way to the center of the beamer. We're going to do a group photo with Shauna if you're a new member. If you're a past new member, maybe a year or so ago, and you never got a chance to be part of a picture, we'll let you sneak in on Shauna's picture too, because if you go down the hallway, you will see since 1989 all the new member classes that we've had and all of the honorees. So make sure that you have that opportunity. David, thank you so much for taking this photo year after year. We don't know what we'd do without you capturing these moments in our lives. So immediately following services, instead of going to the Oneg, new members, stand right here with Shauna and we'll take your picture together. Let's all rise now for the Aleinu.
It's up to us to call ourselves to task, to sing what's good and true, to bring about redemption. That's what we were free to do. For what's the point of being here if we're not moved to change our ways? Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. We are carrying the stories of the ones who came before. What stories will be told of us when we are here no more? We commit ourselves to action It brings meaning to our days. Alleluia Shabbat. It's time to live our praise. It's up to us to own the vision. We are an answer to the call. It's up to us to live the words we speak for the benefit of all. It's up to us to bow down deeply. There's a broken world to raise. Alleluia Shabbat. It's time to live our praise. Alleluia Shabbat. It's time to live our praise. Va'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Please be seated. If you're watching on the live stream, please submit the names of those you are thinking of tonight who are no longer with us, whether it is recent in the last year or it is the yahrzeit of the anniversary of their death. Please submit those names in the chat.
So what does it mean to belong? Belonging, true belonging, is stronger than death. No other religion that I'm aware of makes it a point, a spiritual point to remember the loved ones who have died. Paradoxically, we always hold up the virtue that Judaism is not about death, it is about life and living. And that is true, but we also have a reverence for those who have gone before us. We have the concepts of kavod ha-emet, honoring the dead, zechut avot, the merit of our ancestors. We have yortzeit, yizkor, and kaddish, all moments to praise God for allowing our dear ones to be a part of our lives. Even in death, and perhaps especially in death, we make a commitment to ensure that their values live on, and that what was important to them will be important to us. It is as if saying Kaddish is for each of us another Hineni moment in time. Our ancestors call, they beckon us to be a part of community which was so important to them, to uphold the values that were so important that generations of Jews gave their lives. And especially today, we are keenly aware as we observe International Holocaust Remembrance Day that when we say Kaddish for our loved ones, we also say Kaddish for those unfinished lives who died during the Shoah. People for whom most we did not know, but we understand that they need someone to say Kaddish for them. That even in death, they are part of our community, part of what gives us our memory, our strength. Hinenu, we are here, remembering you, affirming you, and in so doing, affirming life itself.
Those who sow in tears, will reap in joy, will reap in joy. Those who sow in tears, will reap in joy. It's the song of the dreamer. From the dark place it grows, like a flower in the desert, the oasis of our souls. Come back where we belong. You hear our longing cries, our mouths, our lips are filled with song. You can see it from our tear-filled
So we say Kaddish for Scott Fisher, Sally Shapiro, Susan Meyerhoff, Maureen McLaughlin, Landon, Shoshana Bear, Stacy Hutchings, and Lillian Kotlow. We recall the Yortsites of Raymond Marvin Ackerman, Louis Birnbaum, Philip Campbell, Gary Ewan, Arthur Friedner, William Gableman, Fred Jensen, Liba Kirshnovich, Sophia King, Caroline Lewis, Lucy Lundfeld, Madeline Nitzkin, Bernice Oren, Arnold Poster, H. Sam Prezant, Herman Rabinowitz, Dorothy Werner, Nelson Werner, and Cloud Wilton. If you'd like to say the name of someone who is not mentioned for Kaddish or Yortzeit, please stand and say their name.
Ann Elliott, Marty Reingold, Softa Blanca, Gili Chen, Moshe Dome, Martin Kaufner, Tracy Kaufner, Palma Harris, Irene Stream. Mike Berger.
So we think of all these names, we rise to recite our Kaddish prayer. Yit Gadol v'Yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah B'Yalma Divrach Hirutei V'Yamlich Malchutei B'Chayechon V'Yomechon V'Chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael B'Agalav Izman Kari V'Yimru Amen Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam Omeil Maya Yit Barach V'Yish Tabach V'Yit Ba'ar V'Yit Ramam V'Yit Naseh V'Yit Tadar V'Yit Alev V'Yit Halal Shmei Dekusha B'Richu Leila min kol berchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, damiram bi'alma v'yamru amen. Yehei shlom araba min shamayim v'chayim, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen. Osei shalom b'mramav, hu yasei shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen.
Those who sow in tears will reap in joy.
Please be seated. Now I understand, a little birdie told me that we have a fabulous oneg, sponsored by Adult B'nai Mitzvah, the congregation in Shauna's honor. And a reminder, tomorrow the Adult B'nai Mitzvah begin their service at 10 a.m. right here. So we hope to see you tomorrow morning as well. With the Adult B'nai Mitzvah class, please join Cantor for the honor of Kiddush and Motzi. And who else did you promise?
New members.
All the new members, come on up.
And Shauna.
And Shauna, come on up. And again, new members, don't forget to stay in the sanctuary. Don't follow the Oneg trail. It'll still be there. We want to do the picture.
That doesn't mean it'll all be gone. There's probably going to be a lot of people connected, so you might be right. All us?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we're all allowed to go. We are? Yeah.
Don't take juice from those people, though. We get juice every week.
Have some hollow. I don't really want it.
We want to give a big thank you to our musicians. We have John Henderson, who's becoming a bar mitzvah tomorrow, and Brad Torchin. They are amazing, our Shabbat in the Round musicians. We are so grateful. And to Alex Hill on sound, thank you so much. Again, another shout out to David Weinstein, always our amazing photographer, and all of our CNT staff who helped to make tonight possible, and our Congregant of the Year, Shauna Brody. One more big thank you to her. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri agafen. Amen. We conclude with a prayer for peace for all the world, and we say amen. Oh, say shalom. In Roma. Oh, say shalom. In Roma. Booyah, say shalom. Booyah, say shalom. Booyah, say shalom. Alleluia. 1, 2, 3, 4. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. In Roma. Another big thank you to our Sheer Heart singers and junior cantors who joined us on the Bema tonight as well. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. If you are a new member, you're going to join us up here for a picture, and then we're going to meet the rest of you in the social hall for the beautiful Oneg, sponsored by our B'nai Mitzvah class.
Good Shabbos. New members up here, please.